Hello everyone and welcome back to the shop, or rather to my messy bench, and we are back with the perpetual dagger scabbard project, and we have a real scabbard. It's obviously in progress, but it is a real scabbard. Its scabbard holds up under its own tension. Actually, the dagger holds up upside down under its own tension. So that is the mark of a well-fitted scabbard. Let's just get you out of here. And take a look at the scabbard itself. So here's what we have. This thing was asymmetric as all get out. And boy am I glad I spent so much time making prototypes like this one and all of those. What are we up to 5, I think? Because I would never have figured this geometry out without it. And even so, it was not smooth sailing. So I think you can see here. Here's my glue seam right here. So we have a really hard to see. Oh, you can see the pencil line, but you can't see the glue seam. Not really. We have a small piece on one side of the primary dagger scabbard, and a much larger wedge-shaped piece on the other. And you can see my pencil line for where I intended, I probably still intend, to cut. And then I would kind of dig in, pull this dagger out, accessory knife out, and you can look at it. As I cut in, if I can get into focus, as I cut in, that's fine, and I am approaching the center line here, as I've mentioned on other videos. The carving the cavity went just fine, but when I went to apply a lid, there was not enough room to make an effective glue joint, so I had to add in, or scab in, I suppose, these glue blocks is what they are. These little laths of wood, to glue those on first to give an appropriate surface to establish a good glue joint for this lidding material, and then I'm going to carve it all away. All the size is going to go back to what I had originally allotted. You can see I have a drawing of where the dagger will actually sit inside the scabbard. So all of this excess material is going to go away, but I had to add it so that I could get this lid glued on. Now that it's there, the next step is carve this away and add in the cavity for the needle and awl. It's going to be combined so that it can hold either one, I think. That's the plan. It should go better because you can see just from the handles that this is significantly smaller. And that's really good because this sucker took up an awful lot of room. I can really see why historic makers were not eager to make full-sized accessory tools. I'm growing more and more convinced that the maker of the artifact that I based this on was absolutely flexing his technical ability, or maybe his scabbard making ability, because this is a pain. But it's working. It is actually happening. We do have progress. Thank goodness. Now, first I have to get this in wood, then I have to figure out how to cover it up with metal, but that is a problem for another day. The scabbard is actually taking shape, at long last. But once again, I reiterate, boy am I glad I made all of these prototypes, because a maker who had not done that would have no way of even approaching historic dimensions. I reached out to a professional who makes dagger scabbards that are similar to these. And he's like, well, yeah, I make that style of metal scabbard, but I don't have accessory tools or anything like that. I just make a wooden block and shove pitch in there. He actually uses pitch, like asphaltum, rather than epoxy or anything modern. But it looks like the metal sheaths can be applied with pins. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm not sure if I'm going to assemble it permanently or temporarily. We'll just see how the project goes. A lot of question marks, a lot of things to discover in the creation of this object. It's an amazing project. I'm learning so much, but my goodness, I do not recommend it for anybody, for any reason other than self-edification. Wow. But progress is progress. So, that's it for tonight. Good night. See you on the next one.